Welcome back to UGC Net English Objective Type Questions. The first question is, who can be called the morning star of Indian Renaissance? Answer, Rajaram Mohan Roy. Rajaram Mohan Roy can be called the morning star of Indian Renaissance. Question number 2. We sat together at one summer's end, that beautiful mild woman, your close friend, and you and I, and talked of poetry. Which poem of William Butler Yeats begins thus? Answer, Adam's Curse. Adam's Curse. W.B. Yeats. We sat together at one summer's end, that beautiful mild woman, your close friend, and you and I, and talked of poetry. Begins W.B. Yeats' poem, Adam's Curse. Question number 3. Charles I was executed in dash. King Charles I. Answer, 1649. King Charles I was executed in 1649. Question number 4. Howl, also known as Howl for Carl Solomon, is a poem written by dash. Answer, Allen Ginsberg. Howl, also known as Howl for Carl Solomon, is a poem written by Allen Ginsberg. Question number 5. Dr. Bernard Rayeux, Jean Tarot, Raymond Rambert, Cottet, etc. are characters in dash. Answer, The Plague, a novel written by Albert Camus. Dr. Bernard Rayeux, Jean Tarot, Raymond Rambert, Cottet, etc. are characters in The Plague, a novel written by Albert Camus. The next question number 6. Table Talk is a collection of essays by the English cultural critic and a social commentator dash. Answer, William Hazlitt. Table Talk is a collection of essays by the English cultural critic and social commentator William Hazlitt. Question number 7. John Milton contemptuously refers to the Cavalier poets in his dash. Answer, Lycidas. John Milton contemptuously refers to the Cavalier poets in his poem Lycidas. Question number 8. Eric Arthur Blair was the real name of dash. Answer, George Orwell. Eric Arthur Blair was the real name of George Orwell. Question number 9. Dash refers to the comparative juxtaposition of people and things. For example, he speaks several languages well. I do not speak any well. He manages in his own way to speak even the languages that he doesn't know. Answer: syncresis. This is an example of syncresis. Syncresis refers to the comparative juxtaposition of people and things. For example, he speaks several languages well. I do not speak any well. He manages in his own way to speak even the languages that he doesn't know. Question number 10. The Tragedy of Dido, Queen of Carthage, is a short play written by the English playwright Christopher Marlowe, which is based on book 1st, 2nd and 4th of Dash. Answer: Virgil's The Aeneid. The Tragedy of Dido, Queen of Carthage, is a short play written by the English playwright Christopher Marlowe, which is based on books 1st, 2nd and 4th of Virgil's work, The Aeneid. Question number 11. The term metaphysical was applied to a group of poets by Dr. Samuel Johnson in his work Dash. Answer: Life of Cowley, which is a subheading of his work, The Life of the Poets. The term metaphysical was applied to a group of poets by Dr. Samuel Johnson in his work Life of Cowley. Question number 12. Saturday Night and Sunday Morning is the first novel written by the British author. Answer: Alan Sillitoe. Saturday Night and Sunday Morning is the first novel written by the British author Alan Sillitoe. Question number 13. In Astrea Redux, John Dryden employs the dash popularized by Devenant. Answer: heroic quatrain. In Astrea Redux, John Dryden employs the heroic quatrain popularized by Devenant. Moving on to the next question, question number 14. Published in 1876, what is the name of Rasundari Devi's autobiography, which is the first autobiography written by an Indian woman and also the first written by any Bengali female? Answer: Amar Jiban. Amar Jiban, written by Rasundari Devi. Published in 1876. What is the name of Rasundari Devi's autobiography, which is the first autobiography written by an Indian woman and also the first written by any Bengali female? Amar Jiban, Rasundari Devi. Question number 15. Dash is the variety of language, including vocabulary and grammar, spoken in a particular social group. Answer: Dialect. Dialect is the variety of language, including vocabulary and a grammar, spoken in a particular social group. Now the 16th question. My pensive Sarah, thy soft cheek reclined thus on mine arm. Most soothing sweet it is to sit beside our cot overgrown with white-flowered jasmine and the broad-leaved myrtle. These are the opening lines of Dash. Answer: Samuel Taylor Coleridge's poem, The Aeolian Harp. Samuel Taylor Coleridge, The Aeolian Harp. My pensive Sarah, thy soft cheek reclined thus on my arm. Most soothing sweet it is to sit beside our cot overgrown with white-flowered jasmine and the broad-leaved myrtle. These are the opening lines of Samuel Taylor Coleridge's poem, The Aeolian Harp. Now the 17th question. Whose best known book is titled Rural Rights? Answer: William Cobbett. William Cobbett, an English pamphleteer, whose best known book is Rural Rights. William Cobbett, an English pamphleteer. Question number 18. The Puritans closed the London theatres in Dash just after the first English Civil War had begun. Answer: 1642. The Puritans closed the London theatres in 1642 just after the first English Civil War had begun. Question number 19. Alexei Maximovich Peshkov is popularly known as Dash. Answer: Maxim Gorky. Alexei Maximovich Peshkov is popularly known as Maxim Gorky. Moving on to question number 20. This is hard to say if greater want of skill appear in writing or in judging ill, but of the two, less dangerous is the offense to tire our patience than mislead our sense. These are the opening lines of Dash. Answer: Alexander Pope's poem, An Essay on Criticism. An Essay on Criticism, a poem written by Alexander Pope. This is hard to say if greater want of skill appear in writing or in judging ill, but of the two, less dangerous is the offense to tire our patience than mislead our sense. Are the opening lines of the poem, An Essay on Criticism, written by Alexander Pope. Question number 21. Raghu, Bandat, Pandit Jairam, Shama, etc. characters in Dash. Answer: A House for Mr. Biswas, written by V.S. Naipaul, Raghu, Bantat, Pandit Jairam, Shama, etc. are characters in A House for Mr. Bishwas by V.S. Naipaul. Question number 22. The great instrument of moral good is the imagination, and poetry administers to the effect by acting upon the cause. This is a line from Dash. Answer: Percy Bysshe Shelley's work, A Defense of Poetry. A Defense of Poetry, written by Percy Bysshe Shelley. The great instrument of moral good is the imagination, and poetry administers to the effect by acting upon the cause. It's a line taken from Percy Bysshe Shelley's work, A Defense of Poetry. Question number 23. The first line of Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy, that is, all happy families are alike. Every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. This is an example of the figure of speech Dash. Answer: Diacob, a figure of speech in which a word or phrase is repeated with a small number of intervening words. As we see in All Happy Families Are Alike, every unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. So the first line of Anna Karenina is an example of Diacob, which is a figure of speech in which a word or phrase is repeated with a small number of intervening words. Question number 24. John Dryden's religious views find a voice in Dash, which is an imitation of Horace's epistles. Answer: Religio Laici. Dryden's religious views find voice in his work Religio Laici, which is an imitation of Horace's work Epistles. Moving on to the 25th question. Sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me, and may there be no morning of the bar when I put out to sea. These are the opening lines of the poem Dash, written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Answer: Crossing the Bar, written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me, and may there be no morning of the bar when I put out to sea, are the opening lines of Alfred Lord Tennyson's poem Crossing the Bar. Now question number 26. The Man Within is the first novel written by Answer: Graham Greene. The Man Within is the first novel written by Graham Greene. Question number 27. The term eco-criticism was coined in 1978 by Dash in his essay titled Literature and Ecology, an Experiment in Eco-Criticism. Answer, William Ruckert. The term eco-criticism was coined in 1978 by William Ruckert in his essay titled Literature and Ecology, an Experiment in Eco-Criticism. Question number 28. Clutch of the Devil is a play written by Answer, A.S. Panchapakesa Iyer. A.S. Panchapakesa Iyer wrote the work Clutch of the Devil, which is a play. Clutch of the Devil, A.S. Panchapakesa Iyer. Question number 29. Nick Bottom is a character in William Shakespeare's Dash, who provides comic relief throughout the play. Answer, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Nick Bottom is a character in William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream who provides comic relief throughout the play. Question number 30, the last question. Who wrote the poetry collection titled Plain Tales from the Hills? Answer, Rudyard Kipling. Rudyard Kipling wrote the poetry collection titled Plain Tales from the Hills. Now we will stop for a while. We will meet again in the next class with some more interesting questions.